Markets are flat today, started out a little bit down, then rebounded, then a little bit down, then rebounded, then back down again. So let's take a look at this seesaw whipsaw day, basically flat on the day across the board. Bond yields are up a little bit on recession fears. Once again, the dollar started making a move, bond yields started making a move, and all eyes are on FTX. And the story just keeps getting better and better. You just can't even make some of this stuff up. You got to read all about Sam Bankman-Fried and the new details and what's coming out in terms of, well, number one, they can't find the money, can't find the cryptos, but the new CEO that took over through the bankruptcy, the attorney that helped Enron, a total lack of financial and corporate controls. Never in my career have I seen such a complete failure of corporate controls and such a complete absence of trustworthy financial information occurred here. Slipshod accounting that will require forensic analysis, penthouse perks and personal items. Of course, we knew all these things were going on, even though Sam said, I don't need any of this stuff, but they were having a good time. Loans and things like that, emojis for expenses. They were in a chat room and approving expenses with personalized emojis. An unfair advantage to Alameda. Unacceptable management practices included a use of unsecured group email. Unsecured email, we've heard that before, right? To access confidential private keys and critically sensitive data. There's a loan of $1 billion to Sam Bankman-Fried, and all these interesting things that just keep popping up, and the story just keeps getting better and better. Not better for people that lost money, but it's just crazy. This is going to make one heck of a movie. And from what I understand, that's well in the works. So interesting times. We're still digesting what happened. It's all over the media everywhere. And SBF, Sam Bankman Fraud, is on Twitter, just toying with people. It's just, delusional, deranged, and psychotic in terms of, what he's doing. So we'll just have to see how this unwinds and unfolds. Let's jump at the charts here real quick. Dow Jones, nothing special here, still kind of working its way down, unwinding this last bear market rally that we had. Big thing is the VIX was starting to climb and then drop back down. Dixie starting to climb, drop back down. The 10-year started to climb, drop back down. So market just trying to work itself out here. Bitcoin hanging on to this bear flag, bear pennant, whatever you want to call that. Not really a flag, but a pennant, I guess, or, could be called a flag, hockey stick, whatever you want to call this thing going on right down here. Awaiting the next big move here in the next couple of days. One of the big issues is a lot of the tokens are locked up on exchanges, so people can't liquidate their holdings and get them out of there. There's a hacker took a large number of ETH that potentially is going to unload that on the market. A lot of Bitcoin, once it gets unlocked, would potentially maybe be unloaded. I don't know. A lot of coins have been pulled off exchanges. So interesting times in the markets right now. XRP, Cardano, Solana. Cardano put in a new lower low here on the ranges. Solana put in another lower low as these projects continue to unwind and the crypto space continues to cleanse. So it's going to be an interesting Thanksgiving next week at a lot of households. I don't know what the conversations were like in your household last Thanksgiving, but I think a lot of people were telling a lot of people that we were going to the moon. It's time to get in. I was screaming, it's time to get out. Not screaming, but I was telling my people, my family, time to get out of the stocks, time to get out of crypto. And on my YouTube channel, you can go back and look at the videos. And same thing, calling for this controlled unwinding, deleveraging, because what this really is, at the end of the day, what's going on. And the things that I really spoke out against that I really didn't like was Michael Saylor telling everybody to sell your house, sell your business, sell your possessions, and buy Bitcoin. And when you go back and look at what he was talking, the logic he was using, saying that if you have this business and you've spent your life working in it, you're better off just selling it and putting everything in Bitcoin, or sell your house and put Bitcoin, or borrow on your house and buy Bitcoin. And at the end of the day, if you sold a business that was generating positive cash flow to invest in Bitcoin, you've lost the asset, you've lost the cash flow, and now you've lost all of your investment, in Bitcoin. Now it could have went the other way. There's a possibility that it could have gone up to 100,000 or whatever. But the idea of always and forever, hold forever at any level you get into the market is just poor reckless advice to be telling people. And a lot of people potentially followed that advice. And Michael Saylor definitely leveraged his company, not his money. It's investor money, it's public company, and leveraged all that to go all in. And that's right now, obviously not working out good. There's different liquidation levels, but ultimately, potentially that could work out well and be a good bet. And I hope at the end of the day that, he is successful with that. But again, that reckless information and advice that he was putting out, he should be held accountable for people that potentially did that and had losses. Of course, everybody's going to make their own decisions, but, people were looking up to him in the space and taking his advice and following his guidance and things like that. The other thing is miners. So there's a lot of talk about miners and the hash rate and the network and things like that. And you have to understand with miners, their overall cost to operate, including electricity, labor to run the facilities, rent or leases or mortgages on those facilities, taxes, insurance, maintenance, all of the things that go into operating a mining facility. The break even on that for Bitcoin is about 26 to 30,000, depending on their debt structure. Could be more, could be a little less, could be a little more, but it's probably definitely not below 26,000 at best, all in, not just electrical costs, but everything, cost of equipment, all of that, maintaining the equipment, the facilities, the whole 9 yards. And so they're well underwater. So we're going to see some miners, continue to shut down. So the network will continue to lose strength, which ultimately should reduce the difficulty factor. But at the same token, it's got a long way to go before miners are breaking even again and getting profitable. And the price is potentially looking for that next leg down into that 12, 13, 14,000 range. And then the other narrative is if everybody's looking at 14,000, then we're probably not going to get there. And in a bear market, global macroeconomic bear market, deleveraging, repricing cycle, generally what happens is if everybody's looking at 14, it goes to 10. So oftentimes that's what will happen. In a bull market, kind of works the other way. If you're looking for those low levels in a bull market and everybody's calling for it, then it probably fools you and goes the other way. But in a bear market, when everybody, and not everybody's looking for it, there are a lot of people that are still looking for a complete rebound, melt up, and turnaround. So not everybody's looking for those lows. And a lot of people are saying 10, 9, and other people are saying 14, 15. I think the next level is 14 to 15, and there's not much support below that. And it could drop all the way down to 10 and bounce in that range, 10, 12, 14 for a while and just kind of work itself out and shake people out of the space. So nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. We know what can happen. So those are the things that I'm looking at. Short video today, not a whole lot going on except for the Sam Bankman-Fried fallout that continues. Markets are still flat as we go into, I think, some options expiry tomorrow. So we'll see how all these things shake out and what the markets do going into the weekend, but could be a big down day in the markets tomorrow. The Fed speakers are coming out talking the markets down, saying that they're not happy with what they've seen. The markets aren't understanding where they're at and what a tightening cycle looks like. So it was very interesting comments from the Fed today. We'll go over a little bit of that again tomorrow, but these are the things I'm looking at today. I'll see you in the next video.